Okay, so get this right. Tap to earn.
Tap to earn.
It's got everybody talking. Because who hasn't wanted to, like, actually get paid to play games? We're going to see if it lives up to all the hype today.
It's definitely more than just hype. This is like way bigger than just earning a few extra bucks on the side.
Right.
We're talking like a total shift.
Yeah.
In how games can actually work. This whole thing with blockchain. So imagine owning your in-game achievement.
Oh, wow.
Just like you'd own like a
Right.
rare collectible and potentially even profiting from it.
Okay, now we're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's got everyone so fired up. We're basing this whole deep dive on a recent article from my gamer blog. It's called The Role of Blockchain in Tap-to-Earn Gaming.
Okay.
And they lay it all out really well, even if, like, all the tech stuff isn't really your thing.
Yeah, for sure.
But for those who are maybe new to all of this, what even is tap-to-earn gaming?
So it's all about like accessibility, right?
Okay.
So imagine games that are designed around these like super simple actions, you know, like tapping, swiping, stuff that you can do, you know, when you're waiting for the bus or like on your lunch break.
Yeah.
So it's perfect for like casual gamers, anybody who's like short on time,
Right.
but still looking for a little fun and maybe even a little profit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A little fun and maybe a little profit.
Exactly. And it's actually like a natural progression from all those, remember all those old mobile game models? The ones that were just completely flooded with ads?
Oh, yeah?
So tap to earn, like initially it started there, but by like weaving in blockchain, things start to get way more interesting.
Yeah.
Because it actually like shifts that power dynamic.
Okay.
It actually lets players actually be a part of like a more transparent system, right? That's potentially like way more lucrative.
Okay.
Instead of just being bombarded with all these ads all the time.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. So that brings us to, like, the heart of it all.
Yeah.
Blockchain.
Blockchain.
How does it actually take these simple games
Yeah.
and give them real-world value?
Exactly.
The article talks about this thing called a decentralized ledger.
Yeah.
So what I'm picturing in my head is, like, this giant, like, unhackable global spreadsheet.
Exactly.
That's just tracking every single transaction in the game.
Exactly.
Every trade, every reward, totally transparent.
Can't mess with it. And that's really what makes blockchain such a game changer, right?
Okay.
It injects this level of trust and security that's absolutely crucial when we bring real money into the equation. So both the players and the developers, they can have confidence in the system because they know it's governed by the code.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not just some arbitrary decision.
Not just somebody in the back making stuff up.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Okay. So now for the part that always gets me really hyped up, NFTs.
NFTs.
This is where it gets good.
It gets really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they use the example in the article of CryptoKitties.
Of course.
Remember those?
Yeah.
One-of-a-kind digital collectibles that like took over the internet a while back.
It's like, imagine owning the very first edition of a super rare, highly sought-after game item.
Yeah.
But instead of it being like a physical object, it's digital.
It's a digital asset.
And it's like totally unique.
Yeah.
Secured and like verifiable through, you guessed it, blockchain.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So wild. It completely changes how we think about like ownership, right?
Yeah.
In a digital world.
Right.
And it's not limited to these like cute little collectibles.
Right, right.
In tap-to-earn games, NFTs can represent anything. I mean, we're talking in-game characters, items, virtual land, even like voting rights.
Wow.
Within the game's ecosystem. I mean, honestly, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah. And then there's this other one, Alien Worlds.
Alien Worlds. Sounds like totally sci-fi.
I know.
It's like this huge metaverse.
Yeah.
You can mine for resources on different planets.
Yeah.
Own virtual land.
Exactly.
Vote on stuff that like affects the whole game.
Yeah.
All while, you know, racking up that cryptocurrency.
It's crazy. Alien Worlds is like the perfect example of how blockchain can actually like give players real power.
Right.
It goes way beyond just like entertainment at that point, right?
Totally.
You're actively shaping the entire game world through your decisions on what you do.
Right.
And you have actual ownership and influence in that world.
Yeah.
All thanks to blockchain.
It's pretty wild how these games are like flipping the script on how we think about gaming.
Yeah.
But with all this talk of making money.
Right.
And like revolutionizing digital ownership.
Yeah. It's easy to get like swept up in all the excitement.
Totally, totally.
So is this just a fad?
Right.
Or is tap to earn, like, really here to stay?
Yeah.
What's the article say about the future of all of this?
They're pretty optimistic about it.
Oh.
And honestly,
Yeah.
I kind of agree with them.
Oh.
I think as blockchain gets, easier to use and it keeps evolving, we're going to see a lot more people, players and developers jumping into the tap to earn world.
Totally.
And it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
I mean, more and more people are realizing they can make actual money from these games.
Yeah. Some people are using this as like a side hustle now.
I know. It's awesome.
Like make a little extra cash on the side, doing something they actually enjoy.
Exactly. We're already seeing like big game developers, right?
Yeah.
Starting to like dip their toes into the blockchain space.
Interesting.
And I think, as this technology gets more advanced and more people are using it, tap to earn could actually become a huge part of gaming.
Wow. Okay, so that's like massive, right?
Yeah, it's huge.
But they also talked about like, regulation.
Right, of course.
What do you think about that? Is that something to be concerned about?
Whenever you have like a new market popping up, especially when it involves like money and stuff.
Yeah.
Regulation is just kind of like part of the deal.
Okay.
But it's not necessarily like a bad thing.
Right.
Actually, good regulations could be a good thing for players and developers.
So it's more about like making sure there's a clear set of rules for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
So everything's fair and transparent.
Exactly. Clear guidelines, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That can help, like prevent scams, make sure players' investments are safe.
Yeah.
And it just makes the whole thing more trustworthy and legit.
Like it legitimizes the whole tap to earn thing.
Exactly. So it's all about finding that balance, right?
Right.
Between encouraging people to come up with cool new ideas and also looking out for the players.
Like, you know what they say, right? Mm-hmm. With great earning potential comes great responsibility.
Exactly.
And like smart regulation.
Exactly. And speaking of responsibility, it's important to remember this is still like a pretty new thing.
Yeah, for sure.
So for our listeners out there who are thinking about like checking out the whole tap to earn thing.
Yeah. What would you tell them?
I'd say do your research. Big time.
Okay.
There's a ton of potential here.
Right.
But like with any new technology, there are risks.
Right.
So take the time to actually understand the games you're interested in.
Okay.
Look into the people who made them.
Yeah.
And like be wary of anything that just sounds too good to be true.
Yeah, like if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Exactly.
That's great advice.
And at the end of the day, they're games.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be fun.
Have fun.
Yes. Have fun. So while you're exploring the whole tap to earn world, just make sure you're actually enjoying yourself.
Right. That's what it's all about.
Ugh.
Well, that was wild. Tap to earn.
Yeah.
So much to unpack there.
Yeah, that's a lot, right?
But before we wrap up for today, let's turn things around for a second.
Okay.
What really got you thinking? Was it like that whole NFT thing? Owning a little piece of the digital world?
Definitely a lot to think about there.
Right. Or was it like how smart contracts could like totally change how we think about trust in games even?
Yeah, it makes you wonder.
Definitely. Hit us up on social media. Let us know what stood out to you.
Huh.
But what's really got me thinking is...
What's that?
It's not even like just the technology, right? It's more about like how it could change how we see work, play, value in this whole digital world,
Oh, totally. And like as digital ownership just becomes like more normal, what happens when that line between work and like just messing around starts to disappear?
Whoa, that's a big one. Like, are we heading toward a future where, I don't know, you could be a gamer and like actually make a living? Like your passion is your paycheck.
It's totally possible, right?
Yeah.
Which like brings up even more question. How is that going to change how we think about like the economy? What new opportunities are going to pop up when digital stuff is just like part of our everyday lives? So many possibilities. It's kind of mind-blowing when you actually start thinking about it.
I know. It feels like we're watching something huge happen right in front of us.
Oh.
A huge thank you to our expert for like totally breaking it all down for us.
Anytime. Happy to be here.
And to everyone listening, keep exploring, keep those questions coming, and we'll catch you on our next deep dive into the future. See ya.